First of all, we are really excited today that the Commissioner for Political Affairs, Peace and Security, Ambassador Bankole, has visited this premises, Pan-African Parliament. We're actually keen to engage with him in the next few days. Fortunately, he's now here. On the issue, first of all, of Niger, as a parliament, as you are aware, we have associated ourselves with a statement that was issued by the chairperson of the AUC, His Excellency Moussa Faki, condemning the developments in Niger, which has seen the president elected being removed, President Bazoum, and being replaced unconstitutionally by a military outfit. We want to reassure the AUC and the Department and Commission that Pan-African Parliament will work with you as experts on the ground. We as citizens, or representatives of the citizens, the voice of the people, to ensure that these occurrences of unconstitutional change of government, military coups on this continent, are eradicated, and that also takes us back to Sudan. That what is happening in Sudan, I think, is very deplorable. We have a big challenge on our on our tables in terms of Sudan. The people dying in those numbers, we are told there were about 1 million people living in the last few days. We need to protect those people. And I think the Assembly, the Executive Council, the Pan-African Parliament, and all the other structures of the African Union, they should put their heads together and say, I think we've had enough of these military coups, which all of us agree what I may call the bad side of this continent, the worst, the darkest side of this continent. And we need to come up with a strategy as to how we can end these things. Look at ECOWAS, which has been very effective, at least in attending to coups, because West Africa, of course, has had most the frequency of coups on the continent, but we are saying ECOWAS has been doing very well, and we need to support them. They need support from all regions. And even as Pan-African Parliament, we will support the Parliament of ECOWAS to come up with solutions. We need now to engage more in terms of parliamentary democracy. Parliaments cannot only sit now and just debate from chambers when the continent is going downwards, is collapsing in terms of governance and the overthrowing of governments on this continent. And we want to assure you, lastly, that Commissioner Bankole, we know you. You have been very effective, very eloquent on these issues. I believe we are getting closer to find a lasting solution. In Nairobi, there was a debate on the standby force on the continent, standby force for each region. Quite some lengthy debate, and probably we have lessons learned from that debate. Let's see, this whole debate of military option, negotiation, but negotiation, of course, we should agree, or dialogue has actually been also abused. It only means you negotiate in order to come up with a very long timeline to come back to civilian rule. And even when you come back to civilian rule, within a year again, military comes back in office. The history of Sudan, for example, is lamentable. Sudan, we are aware that since 1956, when they got independence, it has been like a seesaw, whereby when there's a civil and civilian government, military comes in, takes over. Next, again civilian. Next, military, since 1956. I think we need to go to the root of this problem. And I'm encouraged by your earlier statement that there will soon be convened a conference of various stakeholders, including people from Sudan itself, who should speak out on these issues. Because ultimately, the lasting solution should be local solution. The Sudanese themselves should give us a solution. I thank you.